ensure God power. Get everything you ever wanted and live the life of your dreams. The Master's Course. Copyright 2010 by Richard Lee McKim Jr. All rights reserved. Let the quest for knowing begin. The 4 levels of enlightenment. The negotiation technique with your emotional guidance system works especially well when you are taking responsibility for the decisions or actions, past or present, yourself. However, sometimes you'll feel that it wasn't your fault, and that you feel bad because of what someone else did. You'll blame someone else for something in the present or the past. That is when you need to follow the 4 levels of enlightenment. Enlightenment is a step-by-step realization process. It is a matter of moving your awareness to a higher and higher level until you can see the whole picture and are able to feel good about it and release it. When you feel good, you have come into agreement with your emotional guidance system, which will signal the beginning of good things happening for you in your reality. At first, you have some sort of problem that was someone else's fault. It could be a person, a company, a country, or God that you are mad at. It doesn't matter if it is something that is going on right now or if it's something that happened in the past, nor does it matter if they are dead. It is still a problem for you and your reality right now. As long as you carry that anger or distrust, guilt, or whatever emotional title it carries for you, your reality will continue to bear bad consequences in your experience that you are actually creating for yourself. The first step is to realize what the problem actually means. Usually, it has these 4 components. Number 1, you are mad about it and continually feel negative emotional responses whenever you think about it or are reminded of it. Number 2, you blame someone else or something else for it. Number 3, you experienced some sort of loss, be it time, money, a friend, your happiness, a person's life, bodily injury, or something else. And number 4, you know that this shouldn't have happened. Something went wrong. Okay, let's look at this illustration here. There's basically 4 categories here. You're upset and angry about it. It's somebody else's fault. You experienced a loss, and it shouldn't have happened. Now, in all 4 of those categories, you're still not happy, and you can see a little illustration here where they're striking the red tuning fork, which means that when you're upset and angry about it, that's a negative vibration. When it's somebody else's fault, that's a negative vibration. You experienced a loss. Remember, he who hath and he who hath not? You experienced a loss, you hath not. That's a negative vibration. It shouldn't have happened. That's a judgment. Negative vibration. So you got 4 negative vibrations going on about that event. So no matter if it's in the present or if it's in the past, it's messing up your current reality. As you can see from this illustration, each of these thoughts are negatively eliciting and attracting unwanted consequences from your world. When you have so many negative thoughts in combination, they can have a powerful effect that is detrimental to your happiness, your success, and even your health. You must turn each of these around and release them. The following is the 4 steps that will help you do just that. First, forgiveness. Forgiveness is the first level of enlightenment. You must forgive the person, company, country, or even thing if that is your case. The interesting thing about this step is that it is not for the person being forgiven. It doesn't even matter if they know that you've forgiven them. Of course, if they're dead, it doesn't matter. And besides, if they're dead, they don't care. The forgiveness is for you. It is always and only about you. Remember, no matter what someone else is thinking, it won't affect your reality. If you look in a parking lot and you are thinking about red cars, you will notice the red ones every time, no matter what color someone else is thinking about. What they think just doesn't matter in your reality. With all that said, it does matter if you are upset about the situation, as long as you blame them and do not release it in the form of forgiveness. You will hold that negative emotion within your being. It will continually elicit health problems for you and bad circumstances from your reality. That is just a logical fact. Remember that in the same way that what someone else is thinking can affect your reality, you being mad at them won't affect their life either. They could still have a wonderful life while you wallow in your misery and anger. You are only hurting yourself. Let it go already. Say to yourself, everybody did what they did. I'm going to let it go now and get it off my chest. You will already begin to feel relief and feel better. This means that your reality is already adjusting itself and things will begin to improve for you, even if it is just better health. After you forgive the person and release it, you still recognize that it was their fault. You still had some sort of loss as a result, and you still know that it shouldn't have happened like it did. Still, you have made an improvement in your outlook level of consciousness. So let's look at this illustration here. Upset and angry about it? Not anymore. It says, I'm no longer upset, feeling good. Now, you see, that one's eliciting a good vibration now. That one's striking a green tuning fork. No longer upset about it, feeling good. You know what? You let it go. You forgave them. They could be dead. Who cares? Get it off your chest. Don't be thinking about it anymore. Let it go. But at this point, you still think it was their fault. I mean, you've forgiven them for it, okay? But you still think it's their fault. You still recognize that you've had some kind of a loss, and you still think it shouldn't have happened. So while you have addressed one of the problems, you're not mad about it, you still have these other negative vibrations that are still going on.
To continue, go to How to Use Your God Power, Chapter number 11, Segment number 10. Let your quest for knowing continue.